Hello everyone. This week's rental is the Genesis GV70 compact SUV. This is the SUV's version of the Genesis G70 sedan. This one's sitting on 19-inch rims. Nice, sleek design. Like the honeycomb grille at the top. This is a chameleon green looking color. Smooth, circular design. All-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Plenty of trunk space. Automatic hood. I know the G70 sedan had some tight legroom. Let's see. 6-foot driver, and it's a snug fit. It's not as tight as the sedan, but it's still a lot less leg room than other SUVs in its class. Overall, it's a comfortable design, air vents, and then 2 USB ports down there as well. Easily fit 3 adults back here, or 2 with the armrest down. Let's hop in the front and see what's going on up there. Hop in the front, and there's definitely more room. It's more spacious up in the front cabin. Keyless ignition start, greeted with a nice large wide screen display. Up at the top we have your dome lights, which is non-push button. You just press on the lights, it comes down. Sunglass holder. No sunroof in this trim model. Doesn't need to be. Down here you have nice leather and leather wrap design. Really premium feel around it. Here you have your climate control. It's a big wide screens. I like how they kept the control knobs and just very few soft buttons, and they actually use a different screen for it, so it leaves the infotainment a lot less busy, and that's probably for the best, because you need long arms to reach the touchscreen. If not, you can control it by this entertainment wheel knob, and you can also kind of get it confused at first with the gear shifter, but other than that, it's all good. You have your volume controls, your home keys right here, and then your drive mode switch and your parking alerts right there. You have your some more usable, most used hardware buttons right there. You have a little storage space with USB-A and wireless charging over here. Then you have 2 cup holders and a nice kind of big storage center console. It's cool. I rarely film in the evenings, and it's nice to see the ambient lighting. And when I rent these cars, I'm usually driving during the day, so standard size glove compartment, so hardly get to drive at night. So this is a change. So here is your instrument cluster. On the left hand side, the speedometer. It seems to be analog along with the fuel meter. And then over on the left side is a digital tach, and the middle screen is the information, more information. You have your your lighting controls and blinkers on the left steering column. On the right is your wiper controls, paddle shifters on each side. There's no motorized lever for the steering wheel, so that's all manual. Nice, thick, firm, leather wrapped steering wheel. Has a good grippy feel to it. Very soft, not hard. So this makes a huge difference during long commutes. Your hands doesn't get too tired. Nice wide circular design. You have your Bluetooth controls and volume knob on the left, and then you have your adaptive cruise control settings on the right hand side. Over here on your left, you have your automatic start on and off, and then you have your more lighting, traction controls, and downhill controls. You have your hood and your emergency parking brake. Over here you have some small tweeters and your power windows and lock controls. Overall, it's a really wide feel, really roomy and spacious. Doesn't feel claustrophobic. Plenty of headroom space up in the front and the back. It's just that the back doesn't have that great of snug fit in the leg room, knee room area. Other than that, let's take this Genesis GV70 on the road and see how it performs. So it's weird. You have to turn the knob and then get in here. Go ahead and take off, and this GV70 Genesis is quite the compact luxury SUV. It's probably going to be for those folks that want an SUV but not too large, maybe a step up from like a hatchback car, because this delivers in all those aspects, being that it's hard to describe. It's not as big as a regular SUV, and yet it's a little bit bigger than a hatchback vehicle, and it's really wide as well too. So it kind of is a tweener. It sits in between there. I really like the ride height. It's weird because it's just the right amount of height where you don't struggle hopping in and out of the vehicle. So if you're going around doing errands, it's just that more of an enjoyable experience. I would say this is an all-around luxury SUV. It checks a lot of boxes, being that it could be a luxury, comfortable cruiser when it needs to be, and if you step on the gas, it could be quite the performer. It is powered by an inline-4 turbocharged, a rear-wheel drive base, all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So that engine is mounted longitudinally, so it's a more sports feel to it. Engine's pushing out around 300 horsepower, and just about the same amount of torque. And you do it does feel good. Acceleration feels good. You have a nice tone from the engine, really raspy, growling tone. Sounds like bigger than the engine is. Other than that, the handling on here is quite nimble. It is kind of more on the Genesis G70 sedan, but not quite as sporty, which is good enough. Suspension is firm, not too soft, not too hard, just right. Braking is grippy, no issues there, and the overall turning of it is really nice as well too. It's may not be as refined of a driving experience as it's maybe the German competitors, but it doesn't have to be. It has its own little niche value. I think where this vehicle stands out is in its cruise control and safety controls. Its adaptive cruise control is quite good. Lane assist is it helps you just enough, but it doesn't take away from the driving experience. Packed in with a lot of technology. I think the only downside would be it could have better fuel economy, being that it is an inline-4 turbocharged. There is a more powerful version, the V6 twin turbo, which is like ungodly 400 something horsepower, but I'm not able to rent that car. Either way, this is a good all-round vehicle. I've taken it through everything, city driving, clocked in 500 miles on this trip, and no problems, very comfortable, didn't feel tired after that drive. Took it into the back roads, in the twists and turns. It handled itself quite well on those roads. Driven in the rain, no issues there. So just a great overall SUV. And I think the only comparable one, I saw a couple Porsche Macan, whatever you pronounce that, but it kind of was the same size and the same look as this vehicle, although the performance is probably a lot better being a Porsche, but that vehicle is probably 3 times more expensive than or twice as more expensive than this Genesis G70. So for the price, it packs a lot of punch. It definitely, I think, punches above its class. So I highly recommend you test driving, renting this vehicle if you ever have a chance. All right, I'm off to return this vehicle at the airport. So thanks for watching. See everyone in the next video. Laters.